Hi, today we are going to be talking about what the ancient Greeks called the plague of the seas. Or
squirrels. No, seasickness.
Seasickness. Squirrels at sea. Anyways, and so what happens when you get seasick is your well, I will. Your balanced sensory system, your inner ear, your eyes, your nervous system, it all kind of gets out of whack because it senses that you're moving because the boat is moving, but the rest of your body doesn't sense it. So it kind of,
it's out of whack.
It's out of whack.
Yeah, you're not used to your floor moving beneath you,
right?
Unless maybe you live in an earthquake-prone place,
right? And it doesn't know how to reconcile with that. Your brain goes what, and you end up feeling sick. Symptoms including everything from like dry mouth to headaches, mild headaches, and nausea.
Is probably
that's
the one you care about.
And the worst one is you can end up really sick and throwing up. So we are here to give you some ideas for some remedies and some things that we have found to work for us when we are cruising.
We should start with saying that most of the time, none of this comes up.
We have been really lucky.
Right.
On wood.
But better to be prepared in case it does come up.
So what we do is we start taking boning, which is just like Dramamine pretty much, only it's less drowsy. So that's why we choose boning. And you want to tell them why we tend to take the children's?
Yes, because it's flavored. This particular one is raspberry flavored, but I think it comes in a couple different options, and it tastes like chalk. It tastes like a Pepto-Bismol type consistency, but not that gross. But it is flavored, so this masks. It's not a bad taste. It's not a pleasant taste.
So we get the children's,
right? And so you probably need to take, double. You can look at what the dosage amounts are, but less is more. So I actually find that just taking the children's dose works fine for me. Although I don't tend to get seasick. So it's more of a preventative.
Right, whereas I, in my adult years, have all of a sudden become very prone to motion sickness. We go on...
She's always got an excuse to ride in the front of the car.
I can't ride in the back seat of a car. Roller coasters, name it. It makes me, sick.
Yeah.
So anyhow, we start taking boning at least an hour before departure. And even if the weather's supposed to be good, it just kind of helps you if the first day or so you take one every 8 hours.
Get your sea legs.
Or whatever. Make sure you follow the directions. It helps you get your sea legs. In addition to that, they have these nifty bands. And you just wear them around your wrist. And it has it's hard to do with one hand.
Let's just say it's done. Ta-da! It's done.
And it just pushes on a pressure point right here.
Which in theory helps with finding
your balance.
Your balance. Makes you not get seasick, so they claim. And they seem to work.
They do seem to work, and they come in all kinds of fashion colors. This one is red with little flowers. Another, basically the same thing, a very famous brand, or a well-known brand, is the Sea Band. And they're just two like terry cloth ones. These are black. These are my husband's.
I went for a really unique, individualized design to express myself.
They're not the most attractive. I mean, let's be honest. They're not the most attractive thing.
Well, if you were like an 80s tennis player.
If you're into the 80s tennis look, and you've got the tall socks with the stripes. I can't get the box open.
Well, that's a prop here.
Here we go. Anyhow, these were the ones that we bought for our son. I have the nice bright colors. Luckily, I can wear these because I have...
Say it.
Small wrists. I'm not saying I'm thin in general, but I have tiny wrists. So you can put them on just like this. These are actually easier than the others to put on.
You don't have to be exact. You're not finding like what hole. The other one's kind of like a belt where you're finding the right hole to adjust it to.
Because it adjusts.
Right, and these are elastic, so they just kind of form fit.
Yeah.
And then they pinch on the point, and you do feel it over time. Mm-hmm. It'll kind of make a little indentation.
It doesn't hurt or anything.
It doesn't hurt.
No.
You do after a couple of days. I feel it gets a little tender. Mm-hmm. Is probably the right way to say it, but it doesn't hurt. But after several days, we kind of just stop wearing the bands. We stop taking the boning.
Yes.
And then.
But not before pretending to be Wonder Woman.
Yes, not before pretending to be Wonder Woman. if that's your thing.
Anyhow, if that's what you're into. So these work really well.
Lasso? Do you have a
okay, enough of the Wonder Woman. Anyhow, those are 2 remedies. Another thing that you can do if you want to do another natural remedy, such as the bands, you can take ginger. They sell ginger candies that you, even after, if you've started to feel sick, you can start chewing on those, and a lot of people swear by them. They say that they really work for them.
You don't normally see those on the ship. So you probably want to get those beforehand.
Yes.
Bonine, Dramamine, or something similar to it, they normally do have on board the ship.
Yes, in a pinch. But you want to try to buy it ahead of time because, of course, it's going to be a premium.
Right. You can save a lot of money. So we'll put links to all of this stuff so you know exactly what we're talking about in the description.
Right. And keep in mind, if you live in another country like we do, we're coming to you from Portugal, we cannot actually buy bonine here. We tend to buy it when we're in the States.
Right. We
they
get
have
on
something
Amazon.
Equivalent here.
Yeah, it's
I
the
don't know what it's called.
same ingredient, different name, and that'll probably be the case, you know, wherever you're based.
Oh, and if you do start to feel sick or the weather starts to get bad, the best place to be is midship because it's not as...
Right, it's not as moving. Yeah, if the ship's going like this, so I'll do the whole motion.
Yeah.
But if you're on one end, obviously you're feeling you want to be at the axis of where things are moving.
Right.
Otherwise, you're getting the most amount of motion. So get to the middle of the ship where it is literally not moving as much.
Right. And we actually, you do pay a premium to get a cabin that's center ship. I think they think it's because you're like center ship and close to whatever you want to go to or whatever.
Right, more centrally located.
Right. But we actually choose it because of the motion. We don't want to get seasick.
So if you know you're prone to seasickness or motion sickness, you should try to get a cabin that's middle ship. And they also say lower because, again, you're just kind of closer to that pivot point. You're going to have less motion overall.
Right. And did we talk about what not to do yet?
Then what shouldn't you do?
You should not. You should not go into, especially if you have an inside cabin, you don't want to go when you're feeling sick into the inside in your cabin and just kind of, because it's going to get worse. You want to have fresh air. If you have a balcony in your cabin, great. If not, go out on one of the common decks and just get some fresh air. Try to check out the horizon. That's what my mom always told me when I was growing up.
Yeah, it's a looker.
No, but I mean, because the line,
it gives you a stable point. That's something that's not moving. That you can kind of, try to draw some.
It helps your brain kind of figure
sort itself out.
Yeah.
The whole world's not moving. It's just the boat.
Right. And they do say that if you can stay well rested, so even before you get on the ship, I know it's hard because we all get really excited about our upcoming vacation. And also, you're probably running around, if you're like us, the night before, getting all your last minute stuff packed and all of that.
Like one of us.
Okay. Him.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so it is hard, I know, but if you can, try to show up for your trip rested, and also make sure that you have some food. They say that, if you're going to get on, obviously, there's no lack of food.
And normally the first thing you do when you're on a cruise ship is
your cabin,
to get food, because you can't get to your cabin.
Right, usually the cabin's not ready yet, so you can just go find a place, and don't just pack up or eat up all the greasy kind of stuff. They say that what you should do is try to eat like bagels and starchy things like oatmeal, things like that.
Curry.
No.
Things of that nature. And alcohol. You should try to taper your alcohol intake the day before and that first day.
Yeah.
So they say.
And
I don't adhere to these things.
No. As soon as we get on, we're getting the fishbowl size margarita.
I wish. Yeah, we are, actually. Yeah.
No, but they do say, stay hydrated, drink a lot of water throughout, both before, so that, you're healthy and your immune system is good.
Just pay attention to what your body's saying, really. Because if it starts to feel queasy, listen to the signals.
Exactly.
Because once you are sick, then you're fighting an uphill battle, really. Like, if you actually throw up or something, then you're already on your way to being dehydrated. You're feeling gross.
Yeah,
don't let it get to that point.
Bring all of your goodies, your boning, your.
And
there's also a patch.
Yeah, there's a patch.
We forgot about the patch,
though, right?
Yeah, there is something that you can get from your doctor. I forgot the name of it. We'll put it in the link.
description.
It's a little patch you can put behind your ear, and it basically works the same way that boning or Dramamine work, but it does it over a continual, like it
several days, right? Like
it
a slow
lasts,
release.
It's a slow release, and it lasts up to 3 days. And they do say, the experts say that you might have fewer side effects too. Although other than drowsiness, I've never had a side effect.
The
from
side effect
boning.
is normally drowsiness and sometimes a little dry mouth.
Yeah, I mean, but anyhow, so if you're particularly worried about it, you can go see your doctor before getting on the ship and talk about that.
You can also get a shot at the infirmary.
Oh, once you're on the ship, and if you get really sick.
That's normally to prevent you from throwing up, so that you kind of stabilize and you don't get too dehydrated and escalate to something else.
Yeah, but that's going to cost a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
I mean, just to see the ship's doctor, you're like $200-$300.
I mean, obviously, if you're that sick and you're on vacation and you have a week, go. Do not just, I don't want to spend the money. I mean, you've spent the money to be on the cruise. You've saved up vacation time, whatever. You just don't want to.
Don't spend days in the room being
any more
sick.
of it than you have to sick. But again, I mean, really don't worry about it too much. We, knock on wood, again, we have been so lucky. And if you do hit bad weather, I really think that if you follow like the boning, the wristbands, whatever, the patch, if you've got something, then you should be okay, even if you start to
half
feel...
of it's a mental game, right?
Yeah, because I mean, I am one of the most like motion sickness people that you meet, and I have been...
And worry about it.
And I worry about it. I try not to, but I do worry about it. And I've been fine,
And just coming with, the tools, then you kind of have a little bit of mental... You can relax a little bit, just knowing you can go to your room,
you're
you
prepared,
have access to the stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, don't show up and then find out like they're sold out until the next port or something silly.
Yeah.
Because you can order all this stuff on Amazon or pretty much in any country you're in, I guess. It's not even a U.S. specific thing.
Yeah.
You can have it all ready before you go for $.
Right. It might behoove you to talk to your doctor ahead of time if you are someone that's like really prone to things. If you're anxious about it, or if you're prone to being motion sickness.
It's better to have it and not need it.
But yeah, exactly. And in general, I mean, it's not like this is going to take up a lot of space in your bags. So,
yeah, well, I mean, unless you're a boning addict or something.
Okay.
Maybe like 20 pills a day or...
Okay, don't listen to him. Anyways, so I think that's about...
It's about
it.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. So
Mainly,
if you are interested...
Don't stress about it.
Don't stress about it, yeah. And if you are interested in learning more about our upcoming trips, we're going to be trying to film from both our transatlantic, which is just in a couple of weeks now.
The adventure will begin, yeah.
Yes. And then we are going to be doing a Trans-Pacific this year as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So if you want to come along on those journeys with us, just press subscribe wherever the subscribe button is, and there's a little bell. You can press the bell, and that will
notified when those videos come out.
That will alert you to the upcoming videos, or when the videos are out. And if you are interested and you have questions about what we talked about today, please don't hesitate to contact us in the comments.
Yeah, leave a comment, and we'll look at it.
Yeah, and happy travels.
Bye.
Okay, you kind of messed up the end.